Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're here to do my TBR for June, and I'm really excited because I love filming these videos. I think they're super fun. I love just kind of seeing what my TBR is going to be like for like the next month. I think it's really exciting. So we're going to talk a little bit about the books that I read this month. So as you guys know, I picked some pretty good books last month. I read Follow Me to the Ground, so I did get to this one. I read Heart of the Sun Warrior. I did not get to Alice Feeney's Rock, Paper, Scissors, which is really sad. I really did actually think I was going to get to this one, but didn't get to this one. I also didn't get to Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey, which is really sad. I did get to Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and also The Last Word, is that what it's called? The Last Word by Taylor Adams. And this book I actually didn't get to, but I still feel like I kind of stayed on my TBR and it counts because I didn't know when I bought this that this was the second book in a series. And the first book is Archer's Voice, which didn't really have any intentions on reading that book, but somebody said you have to read that book first before you read this one. So it's like, okay, so I'm reading Archer's Voice right now and I'm gonna read this one next. So there's a reason why I didn't get to this one, but I'm reading the first book. So I feel like it still like kind of counts. But now I really want to read this one, but then I kind of don't want to read this one because Travis is actually like the villain in the first book and he's like really unlikable. Like there's certain things that he does in the first book and I'm just like, do I even want to read Travis anymore? Like, I don't like him. So it will be really interesting to read this when I do get to it. All right, you guys, so we have my TBR jar right here and I'm gonna be picking, do I pick 6 or 7? I pick 7. I'm always adding to this too. Like there's always new prompts going in here when I think of them. And if I get one that I've gotten like every single TBR, like I feel like there's certain prompts that I keep getting over and over again. If I get them again, I'm not going to do them because I'm sick of getting like the same prompts over and over. A book by an author that I haven't read yet. Okay. That one's kind of fun. Let me see here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have to do it. I have to freaking do it. I'm gonna do it. This was an easy choice because I've been sitting here for the entire month wanting to read this so flipping bad, and you guys probably know what it is just based on what's been popular in the book world right now. Fourth Wing. I want to read this so bad. I am so curious. I'm a little nervous because the hype is so high with this one. Like everyone is saying such good things about this, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, am I gonna like this? I really hope I like this. I think I will. I think this is new adult too. Like I kind of thought this was young adult, but I think it's new adult. I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. But this is about like dragons and it's like this magical school, like college. And I'm just really interested in this. And everyone says like the pacing is really good and it's just like a really good book. So I cannot wait for this. So the next prompt. Book with a 5-word title. Ugh. This really narrows it down. Let's see. Okay, this might take me a while. Okay, you guys, so when I made this prompt, I thought I was going to have way more options than I did, but I found a few books on my shelf. I have the new Lisa Jewell book, None of This Is True, which is a ARC copy, and I read Lisa Jewell's, what was it called? Then She Was Gone, and I gave it 5 stars. It was so flippin' good, and so I was so excited when I received this ARC because I was like, oh my god, like I just read her other book and I loved it, so that one looks kind of good. There's Someone Inside Your House. So I was actually going to unhaul this book, and this has been kind of in my unhaul area for a while, but I kind of decided to keep it. Like I was like, you know what? Try it. Just try it out before you decide to like unhaul it, because sometimes like these really like easy YA thrillers can be really fun. So I don't know. And then All the Stars and Teeth, which I just bought. The Astonishing Color of After. Yes, is 5 words. And then I also have People We Meet on Vacation, which I kind of wanted to do a romance, but I don't think I'm gonna do this one because I'm really afraid to read another Emily Henry because I hated Book Lovers, and so I'm like really scared to read another one of her books. And I've heard that a lot of people didn't like this one, so I don't think I'm gonna pick that one. I don't think I'm gonna pick this one because I have a big fantasy and I don't know if I'm gonna want to do another fantasy. I think I'm kind of in the mood for a thriller. So I think I'm going to pick this one because I think this book comes out in June. So I would love to read this like before it comes out, because I love reading ARCs like before the actual book comes out because it feels like you use the ARC for what it was for. Celebrating her 45th birthday at a hot new local pub, popular podcaster Alex Summers crosses paths with an unassuming woman called Josie. Well, it turns out that they're birthday twins and they're celebrating their 45th birthday. And then Alex and Josie bump into each other again, this time outside Alex's children's school. Josie has been listening to Alex's podcast and thinks she might be an interesting subject for her series. She is, she tells Alex, on the cusp of great changes in her life. Josie's life appears to be strange and complicated, and although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep going on the project. Slowly she starts to realize that Josie is hiding some very dark secrets, and before she knows it, Josie has inveigled her way into Alex's life and into her home. But as quickly as she arrived, Josie disappears. Only then does Alex discover that Josie has left a terrible and terrifying legacy in her wake, and that Alex has become the subject of her own true crime podcast, with her life and her family lives in grave danger. Sounds pretty interesting. And like the twist in Then She Was Gone was really good, so I feel like Lisa Jewell like really knows how to write some fun twists, so I'm hoping that this kind of has like a really cool twist to it, so really excited for that one. Okay, where's my jar of goodies? Here it is. Okay. Let's do another one. A romance. Yes. Even though I think I got this one, I think I got contemporary romance, but I love romance, so I'm really happy about that. Okay. Oh. Travis. Let's do it. Now that I'm reading Archer's Voice, now I'm actually going to get to Travis next month because honestly, I'm loving Archer's Voice, and even though I hate Travis in it, like, I kind of want to be in this world again because I love it. It's just such a cool like small town vibe, so I think I'm going to want to like jump into this right after I'm done with Archer's Voice, I'm not going to lie. So let's do Travis for this one. Okay. A book from your top 10 of 2023. Okay, what is on that list? I have not read A Firekeeper's Daughter, Under the Bayou Moon, Piranesi, Spin the Dawn, The Lost Ticket, and My Best Friend's Exorcism. Okay, so I've changed my mind a little bit on Under the Bayou Moon. I was really excited to read this actually at the beginning of the year when I put this on my list of books I wanted to read, but I actually found out that this is like Christian fiction. I don't know if that's going to be really up my alley. I don't know. I've never really read something like that before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out, and then if I don't like it, I'm going to DNF it. So that's kind of going to be my plan with this one. It'll kind of be like a let's see if I like it, and if I don't, just DNF it and move on with something else. Okay, next book. A 3-word title. Okay, so this one, I have a good book. So for this one, I'm going to pick The Butterfly Garden, and this is by Dot Hutchinson, and I've heard this book is so good and just kind of weird and creepy and dark. I'm not really sure exactly what to expect. I think it's about like this man who takes in like orphans or something, and it's like, I don't really know exactly, and I kind of want to go in blind. So if you've read it, don't judge me for not knowing or having a clue what it's about. I just heard it's really, really good and dark and just kind of creepy and crazy. So I'm really, really interested in this one. So I think I'm going to pick that. And I have it on my Audible account, so I'll probably listen to it while I'm like cleaning and stuff. Okay. A short book. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so I know what I'm going to pick for this one. It's actually a graphic novel, and it's called Persepolis, and it's a story of a childhood. And this has been on my currently reading list on Goodreads forever because I was going to read this, and then I never got to actually reading it. Like, I put it on my list as currently reading, but just never started reading it. So it's been on there, but I just haven't read it yet. But it says, Wise, Funny, and Heartbreaking. It's a memoir of growing up in Iran during the Islamic Revolution. But I've heard this is really good and really interesting, and I just don't really know a lot about this, so I think it would be really interesting to read a memoir about it and kind of see it through the eyes of somebody that like experienced it. I don't know. I'm curious about this. So the reason I have this actually is I saw it at Goodwill and it was $3.99, and I'd seen this so many times around like BookTube and stuff, and I was like, let's just buy it and give it a try. I love buying graphic novels either secondhand or at libraries because they are pretty expensive. So when I saw this, I was like, pick it up. So this is going to be my choice for my short book. Okay, so we have one more. What the frick? Flowers on the cover? I've gotten this one 3 times. What are the chances? I'm not doing that one again because I keep getting that one and I don't want the same ones over and over again. Let's pick a different one. I make the rules, okay? The newest book that you bought. Travis, I think, is the newest book that I bought full price, like myself bought, right? Okay, so these are the last 3 books that I bought, and I bought them at the same time, so I have to pick between these 3, and they were The Supernatural Enhancements, which is actually sounds really interesting, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to read that one. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and Lost You by Halen Beck. So, what do I want to read? I kind of wish I had more romances in this, I'm not gonna lie. Which one do I want to read? Which one do I want to read? Okay, I don't think it's gonna be this one, because I have 2 thrillers. Yeah, let's do this one. The Supernatural Enhancements. Now the reason I picked this is because it's written in the mixed media format, and I feel like it'll be a pretty quick, easy read. There's a lot of pages that don't have too much on them, and I feel like this is gonna be really a fun read, and when I bought this, I was so curious about it, so I think I'm gonna pick this one. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be a good one. Okay, so these are the books that I picked out for my June TBR, plus The Butterfly Garden, which is on Audible. So I'll be listening to that one, but I feel like I picked some pretty good books. But I do feel like this is kind of a fun TBR, and I think it's gonna kind of get me out of my comfort zone a little bit and kind of push me to read some things that I may not have read, especially in June. I think I would have probably stuck with some romances. I've kind of been in the romance mood, and this Archer's Voice book is really putting me in a romance mood. Like, I just want to read all the romances, and that's how you know you're reading a good romance, is when you read like a really good romance that you're really enjoying. So, but this will be really a really fun TBR, so hopefully I can get to most of these books. So let's go over them again. We have Lisa Jewell, None of This Is True, and this is a 5-word title. For a romance read, I picked Travis to go along with my current book, Archer's Voice. So for my 2023 reading list, or reading TBR, I picked Under the Bayou Moon. Again, this one's gonna be kind of like a let's just see how I feel about it. If I don't like it, then I'll just like pass on it. For my most recent book that I purchased, I picked The Supernatural Enhancements by Edgar Santero. For a short book, I picked this graphic novel, Persepolis, The Story of a Childhood by Marjane Satrapi. And then for, what was this one for? Oh, an author that I haven't read before. So this is The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So excited for this one. I think it's gonna be so good. So that is what I picked. Oh, and then for a 3-word title, I picked The Butterfly Garden, which is my Audible book. So that is it, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I cannot wait to read these, and let me know if you've read any of these and if you loved them and if you think I'm really, really gonna like them. I'd be very curious. And I think that's it, guys. If you made it this far into the video, put a little blue heart emoji to go with the Travis cover, even though I don't like Travis. But let's cross our fingers that I do like Travis by the end of that book. That is it, you guys. I will see you in my next video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.